Respect to the fans and the family. Everybody else, they can't handle me. Yeah.
I.Z.K, intellectual Zion kid of the 604 clique. I rep my crew to the fullest. Mad respect for everybody, mad love in my crew. Everyone in my crew get respect from the big I.Z.K dog. I'm from White Rock, British Columbia, a small town just outside the Washington state border. I grew up there for 10 years, born in 1987 at Peace Arch District Hospital, raised in White Rock, South Surrey, and Ocean Park. I was living in a co-op for about 8 years with my little brothers, my stepdad, and various people that were familiar around the neighborhood. And then I moved to the city of Van in 97 to live with my mama in the Lower East Side community of Van City. It's kind of a grimy neighborhood. It's gotten a lot better than back in the day, but still a bit sketchy. However, back in the day it was more dangerous than it is now, and a lot of people were concerned. My mama was someone that didn't want me walking around the streets, so if I was going to hang out on the streets, I'd have to hang out when she was at work, or when her boyfriend was at work, or if I was walking the dog. We had a dog growing up, and things as a child were hard but memorable, and I still have a few lovely memories among the bad ones. Well, my mother is a famous reggae singer. She began her career in the mid to late 80s. She met my stepfather, Monty Cantwell, who was the founder of a local band from the White Rock, Vancouver area called Small Axe. She was the backup singer. My stepfather played lead guitar and lead vocals, and they got well known in the community. The Commodore Ballroom, a famous showroom lounge for shows in Vancouver on Granville Street. And she also worked as a singer for various other bands. Various people were trying to get her to do work for them and connect with them, and she got a lot of opportunities and gigs done. And I'd say the biggest venue for Small Axe, the members of my stepfather and mother were down with, would probably be the Commodore. A lot of people would come in the Vancouver reggae community, come and just get down with the music and dance and have a good time. Van City is one of the best places to find good, smooth, harmonious, low reggae. I mean, I'm sure that T-Dot has a scene too, I ain't denying that, but Vancouver, where I'm from, is also known for reggae music as well as other places. My future goals in hip-hop, I want to be something. I also do reggae music. I got a reggae mixtape coming out by the name of Cool Dread this year. It's going to be on the internet for free download, as well as my new hip-hop album, Second Thought. It's also going to be on the internet for free download. And the reason I'm putting them up for free download is because I want people to hear them more than just money basis. The main thing that inspires me to do music, the main thing, is that I wanted to be a rapper from the time I was young. When I was growing up, I listened to a lot of reggae music because both my stepfather and mama were interested in reggae careers, and that was music that I heard in the house. You know, a lot of Peter Tosh, Bob Marley, Jimmy Cliff, all the big names. But there was a small percentage of hip-hop in the house because my uncle, my mama's younger brother, was highly into hip-hop. He listened to all the big old school names, such as MC Hammer, Kid and Play, Young MC, KRS-One, all of it. And he played in the house as well as the reggae, so I remember songs from back in the day. I'd actually buy CDs today that I like to listen to them fully, and hear songs and recognize them from back in my childhood. And when it brings me back, that I like to be brought back. Reminds me of how I used to be as a kid, you know, a young tot. And basically, other things that inspired me was that my mama, like I said earlier, was a known reggae singer, as my stepfather. And I'd say ever since I was about 12 to 13 years old, rap interested me, a hip-hop career interested me, but I had absolutely no talent, so a lot of my music would have been just garbage, you know. It's like that cat that was working with Too Short way back. You know, Too Short thought that his stuff was a little bit whack, but now that he's progressed and helped promote a lot more, he's gotten better, and that's how it is in hip-hop. Even if you suck, don't give up. I want to make that clear right now. To anybody who's trying to make a rap career go somewhere, if you think you suck, you don't. You just need to get better. Don't let people discourage you and tell you that you suck. All you need to do is develop more talent and learn and pace yourself and just learn how to rhyme. That's all you need to do. It's Very simple. Anyone that wants to rap can. So remember that. Even if you think you ain't good, you can become good. I like to encourage everyone who wants to do rap to do rap. Because I learned how to do it, and now I love the life. I'm doing it for y'all. I'm doing it for everybody. Never discourage yourself. You're capable of anything. And hip-hop inspired me basically because it's black culture, and it's what I love. Nightmare Studios, Inner Shade Productions, Asylum Avenue, WSTR, Westside Thug Records Studios, After 6 Studios, and Paranoid Studios. And I've also recorded at another cat that I know by the name of G-Dis, local rapper in the scene making moves. He's a real good cat, friend of mine. I recorded at his spot as well.
How many CDs sold?
Too many to count. I've sold probably roughly 1,000 to 3,000 mixtapes and albums in my time, because I patrolled the streets of Van, the streets of North Van, the streets of New West, the streets of Ridge, the streets of Pitt, the streets of Joe Quitlam, the streets of Surrey, and the streets of various other places like New West. I can't even name all the cities I've been to. I've been grounded hustling for a long time, long enough that people know my name. There's not one day I go out there and get my CDs out there that someone doesn't recognize me from before. And that can be good or bad. You know how I.Z.K roll. Intellectual Zion Kid does what he does. So people could know me from something that they view bad as a hater, or people could know me as a respectable rapper and be a fan. It really varies with what I see every day. But like I said, and stay true. Go out into the world, see what you'll find. It just goes like that. I worked with too many artists to name, you know. That's like asking me what my first word was, you know. I wouldn't be able to count as many artists, but some of the most important names were the cats with Midnight Runners, Deuce, Crazy K, the cats with Down Low Records, D's Nuts, Stepdaddy J, Peter Black, and as weird as he is, I gotta give props to and then there was the S.D.K crew, who worked with Murph Mikes, aka Mercules. My man Mr. Mead did a song with Gully and Prada West just recently at Paranoid the other week. And then there's a lot of rappers that we got introduced to on computer by networking, like Immortal Fame out of Mission, Ram out of Mission, my man and close friend Big J, who runs my second label, Nightmare Studios and Records. We've done countless work with him. We worked with a reggae singer by the name of Long Life, who's interested in a reggae career. We worked with a well-known reggae singer in Van City by the name of Mr. Fantastic, who does music in the Eastside career. So, best of all, I want to tell you who I worked with that made me the most proud. My mama, Mara the Diva. That song is a sacred song, and it is a hit, both for the fact that we did it with my mama and who she is, but for the fact that me and my mama were able to get on the first song together that we've ever done. And that's not even the end of it. My man Shado did a song with my mama as well as my little bro J Slim, and who I've also worked with. J Slim did work with me too, and I can't even name anybody else. That's actually but the one person I can remember at this moment is my favorite local rapper, and also one of the members of Soul Members of local famous rap group, Local O, the 604, Can't Handle Me. That was the best hit I've done since he's been from Ready for Battle. Right now, like I said earlier, I'm working on Second Thoughts. I'm actually going into Nightmare Studios this afternoon to go and work on my last 2 tracks. I'm going to be getting Mr. Mead, my manager, and the Big J on a reggae track that I'm finishing for Cool Dread, and then the other 2 Second Thoughts tracks are going to be recorded, and then my shit should be ready for the internet free download. And to all the cats who want to peep it and check it out, you know how to get at me. www.myspace.com/IZKDMC, www.reverbnation.com/IZK, and for Facebook, Isaac Cantwell, ISAACCANTWELL. Get at me, all y'all. Music is coming. Whoever wants it can have it. So yeah, I.Z.K roll with the blunts. One puff of blunts, joints, and bulls, but not bombs. If I have to, I will, because weed is weed, but I can't stand a blunt. If I have a choice of a blunt, joint.
Respect to the fans and the family. Everybody else they can't handle, man. Yeah.
B to the A, K to the A-R-D, WWEST. I ride the beat, provide rats, and provide the heat, keeping it coming like a rhyme.